What up, fish people? Kitty and the lovely Danny with Danik Aquatics. How we all doing this Memorial Day weekend? Danny and I just got back from awesome fish meeting. Well, it wasn't a fish meeting. It was like one of our club members having a barbecue. So we went over and hung out with a bunch of fish geeks like ourselves. So we had a wonderful morning, or afternoon, I guess it would be. So how's everybody in the old chat doing this evening?
I don't know what's going on.
Well, we all can hear.
Technical difficulties. Eek, eek, eek. Okay, turning off my phone because apparently you
don't have to turn it off. Just put your volume down. You'll be fine.
I did have my volume off and you were still talking.
Okay, guys, I'm going to run through the chat. Welcome, Griffin Fish Room, Fish Keeper Miles. Good to see you, buddy. DMC Productions, always great to see you, my friend. Carol Braswell, good to see you. Ryan at Natural Aquariums, always great to see you. There's my wonderful brother, Mike. Good to see you. And Estelle is his name on here. Katrina Elliott, great to see you. Patrick Farms, always good to see you. Muppet929, always good to see you. Big J, fish keeping in the house. Anyway, guys, like I said, we went to an awesome meeting today. There's Dragon Lair, GRB Aquatics. Good to see you both. So we had a great time at that meeting. Or I shouldn't say a meeting, but we had a nice barbecue. Got to hang out with a bunch of fish people. Got to see Fish Keeper John, as we call him. And he had some awesome zebra Acara in there. Very cool to see that. Not too many people in America have those breeding. So anyway, that's what we've got. How are you all doing?
Just want to give a shout out to all the vets out there and on this Memorial weekend.
Even though Memorial Day is for all the vets that have died, it's always good to recognize a vet when you can. Yeah, Danny and I have been hanging out in the sunshine all afternoon, so we're both kind of blah. But we wanted to make sure to get home in time to do a live stream for our family here.
Yeah, we had some kind of interesting things going on this last week. Last weekend, I think it was, Kenny bought me some coral platies for my round aquarium in the front room. And they just keep going in a circle, and a circle, and a circle, and a circle. And I went in there and looked yesterday, and they've already given birth, and there's little teeny baby coral platies in there. I was like, wow, that was fast. They haven't even been in there a week. And our little blue Acaras are doing really, really well. And Kenny and I are going to be starting some big projects where we're rearranging some of our fish and some of the fish that we keep. There's going to be some that we're not going to keep any longer. So we're going to be selling those and concentrating on some more breeding.
Yeah, some of our, I moved a couple of the pairs of Salvina Rio Candelaria over to another tank, and the male decided to kill my other male. I wasn't happy about that. Yeah. They got along before, but they didn't get along this time. And unfortunately, I didn't catch them in time fighting, so I did lose them. Not happy about that, but I should have known better.
Haley from Oddball Aquatics is in. Kayla.
Hello. Hey, Bob.
And Lori Venker.
Good to see you, Lori.
Okay, I'm sure that none of you fish people have ever had this happen, but I have to just say, yesterday I was cleaning out the tank behind me, the 240, and I overfilled it big time. And I was sitting in this room, but I got distracted by another tank. So literally for an hour, I was like sopping up and wet vacuuming up water all over this room. But my tank is so clear.
Yeah, she got plenty of water change on that one. Plenty of water change. So, hey, Jason, a Redfish Bluefish, good to see you. Sand Creek Aquatics, good to see you. Tiffany White, always great to see you. Chevy Fish in the house, as well as Dee down the wormhole. Always great to see you, Dee.
So I was watching Lucas Brett's stream the other night, or I was watching it actually yesterday morning because I was unable to watch it on Friday. I was dealing with this mess when his live stream was on, and Kenny was working late that night, and so we didn't get to catch it live. But one of the questions on there was, what do mud skippers eat? And so, Ken, why don't you answer that one for people?
Well, I think anybody has mud skippers. The answer is pretty easy. Whatever you throw in the tank, they'll eat it. Right? I feed mine tropical granules, and then we also give them brine, bloodworms, and as well as crickets. They love their crickets.
Yeah, live crickets, frozen bloodworms. And yeah, they'll pretty much eat most anything we throw in there. But it was fun to watch Lucas say, I use Tetra tropical color granules. And when I throw them in there into that mud skipper tank, they all eat it up like crazy. They like it. So it's a good, they enjoy it too. And I think it's because it's red.
How you doing, Chris Pruitt? Good to see you. And Benoski Tanks, always great to see you, my friend. Chris Pruitt would happen to be one of my cousins from Illinois.
Yes. Hi, Chris. Says finally Danielle is on. You just haven't been watching every week, Chris. But yeah, we've had a lot of things. Now, one of the things that happened in our tank, I did the water change 2 days ago on the tank next to the bed, the 75. And Kenny and I had put a whole bunch of corridors in there. And the first night we put all the corridors in there, they laid eggs all over the tank. So I spent probably an hour gathering up eggs out of that tank, and I had put them into a dark other tank and with an air stone on them. But they all fungused over. They didn't take. None of them made it. And I don't know if they were viable or not. But when I did the water change this weekend, every single section of glass in that tank is covered with Coriodoros eggs. So I think this time I'm going to just leave them there. The barbs seem to be leaving the eggs alone. Nobody seems to be going near the eggs. And if I see a snail going towards the eggs, I just take that particular snail out of the tank. And so we still have most of the eggs, and they've been in there for a day. So we'll see if we get any hatches out of this. I don't know if they're going to make it or not. I'm not a really good Coriodoros person. I've never bred those, so it's all experimentation at this point.
Let me say hello to Hat Trick Farms, Young Fish Aquatics. Welcome to the stream. Chattanooga is in the house. Moonstone, good to see you as always.
Mob Guppy.
And Mr. Bob Guppy in the house. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, I went on Father Fish today because I've been looking for answers on this weird eye thing I've got going on one of these Oscars, and he didn't know the answer either. So anybody in the chat, I got an Oscar with these weird red crystals, and it's not on top of the eye, it's actually in the eye, and I've never seen this before, and it is very, very strange.
Yeah, Aquatics says keep the Cory eggs in the dark. So maybe I should turn out the light.
Well, Haley might know a thing or two about breeding fish, maybe.
Especially Cory's. I know she's been really successful at it. Indoor Fishing Inside says, I want to breed pygmy Corys. I've heard that they will breed and that they will not eat their young. So I don't know if that's true or not. Probably some more research should be done on that. But yeah, they're so stinking cute. They're wiggly, wiggly, wiggly cute.
Hey, Mr. B, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you doing that. Good to see you, Brandon. Bob, that is one fish is what it is. One fish only. Everything
Yeah.
else is healthy and fine, but it's one fish. It has these like red crystals under the eye. It's not on top of the eye. It's actually under the eye.
In the eye, like that clear globe that kind of goes over forms over the top of their eye. It's on the inside of those orbs in his eye. We've never seen it, but it's in both eyes. And he's got like 5 or 6 different crystals in each eye. And the other Oscars do not have it.
Bob's saying retinal hemorrhages.
Oh.
That's not good. Anything hemorrhaging is never good.
I don't know. They just look like crystals. Is there anything that can be done about it, Bob?
JN Aquarium, good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming to the stream.
Dragonlair says, just ate the last of my sourdough with homemade hummus. That sounds good.
We're going to be having pork chops as soon as this is over. On the grill with probably some stuffing.
Indoor fishing inside.
Yes, the old pygmy cories are cute.
Yeah, see, Neve wants to know what would cause hemorrhages in the eye of a fish. I don't know.
Yeah, we're at loss. I've never had a disease that I haven't known how to fix, and it's really. I mean, he's healthy. He acts normal. He eats. He does everything perfect. So.
Chris says, "Ask Mike. I think he had that problem."
Oh my
God. Dragonlair says, pork chops are my go-to protein.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't like pork chops?
And Bob, yes, everything's the same with the fish. And it's been the same for all 4 of the fish that are in that tank, all the 4 of the Oscars. Wow. So Chevy's fish is having success breeding pygmy cories. Mike says that was bleeding out the other end. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Good night, Oddball.
Thanks for stopping by, Haley. Always appreciate it.
Yeah.
Anthony Fishy Friends, how are you, sir?
He's lurking while cooking.
That means he can still hear me.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah, I was debating. My wife and I, or Danny and I, were at the party, and we're like, well, should I try to do that? Because I finally can live stream from the phone, and I was like, oh, should we stay here and maybe try it? But didn't want to have any issues, so we packed it up and came home.
Plus, John said he didn't have very good cell service out there. Hi, Pam.
That was in the fish room only, honey. Pam at Punchy Paints, how are you? I did actually finally take my pictures for Project Pacilio, or Pacilia, or however you say it. I also did a video, and I posted it to the Facebook page finally. I was glad to finally get that done.
So, odd thing about the coral platies that Kenny bought me. So, I put them in a globe tank. It's about a 15-gallon globe tank, and they're just little bitty, platies in there. And I got 6 of them, and they go around in a circle for hours at a time. And I had seen some fish do something similar in, like, I think it was Aquatic Experience or Aquashella, one of the two. They had a round tank that they put like 500 either neons or cardinals in, and they went around the circle. Can fish swim themselves to death? I get a little worried about them, but they just swim in circles. It's like I think they would be exhausted. Project Posilla. So Posilia.
Fossilia.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm trying, man. I at least make sure to shout it out every chance I get. I'll be done. There's Scott with Alien World Aquatics. Good to see you, sir. I haven't seen you in a long time.
So, yes. Now, Ken often says a word that's really close to the word that he means.
Hey, Scott.
What is that?
I'm doing the Star Trek little thing, dude.
No, that's like this, dear.
Whatever. Am I doing it close or what?
No, it's 2 and 2.
Oh, 2 and 2. Well, I was close, man.
Or 2 and 3, however you want to count the thumb.
Hey, it looked the same.
Like I said, Ken gets things really close, just not quite exactly right.
Hey, man, what's the difference? That or that? Okay, this hand's different. Oh, Lord. Hey, don't be siding with her, Ryan, at Natural Aquariums now. Come on.
It's cute. It's one of Ken the things that endears me to Ken is always getting it close but not quite right. And that's just the way he talks. So so Chevy Fish says, I think tanks with no corners are better for fish. And the no corners, so they think they're on a journey. I know, I was kind of getting that impression with those little platies, was that it looked like they just thought they were really on a journey and that they were seeing new things all the time. Hey, did you recognize that Amano shrimp over there? Didn't we already pass him? So that's too funny. You're the one. Oh, see, now your brother Mike says, now if you're in the wrong neighborhood, one finger wrong can get you shot.
Whatever.
Chevy says, live long and prosper. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Are those live plants in the Hiley tank? Which tank? Behind Ken or me?
Behind Danny, they are real. Behind me, those are as fake as they get.
Yeah.
With the exception of the floating plants up above.
I've got some massive, like, let me see if I can you see all this jungle valve that goes clear to the top of this tank? And mind you, this is a 240 gallon, and it's curving over and it's just spreading through the whole tank. It's crazy. This jungle valve's just going nuts.
Hey, Joey, good to see you, my friend. That's awesome, Grip. You already got babies, huh?
Nice. Chris Pruitt says, Aston Isle has issues.
Kimberly Holtz, good to see you. Uh-oh. We got technical difficulties. Ken's Bigfoot knocked down
The webcam.
the webcam.
And we got a close-up picture of why we need to refinish the living room floor.
Shush. Just shush, Danny.
So Natural Aquarium says he can't grow the valleys, not sure why. I had trouble with it at first. It always died off on me. And then I planted it, this newer stuff, and started putting in root tabs right when I was planting it, and they all took off. So I don't know if that was the key or not. Your
Yes,
family's
we are in
giving you a
Bigfoot
hard
country.
time. I got Kenny some I Believe in Bigfoot socks for Christmas. He hasn't worn them yet. So
Yes, I got some Bigfoot socks.
Chris says 911 help Ken.
Now, y'all have to understand, these are both family members talking. They're used to my shenanigans. I'm not exactly known for not being a klutz.
Yes, and we call those coincidents. So they're frequent.
Mike, I'll have you know, I was very good at the meeting. I only had 3.
Chevy Fist says you give new meaning to just kicking around in chat.
Moonstone says, Kenny, rub dirt on it. It's okay.
See, overflows the more tanks, and maybe insurance will give you a new floor.
Hey, Ro, how you doing? Good to see you. Is Detroit Strip still streaming over there?
Mike says, tell them about the time that you're showing off your knife skills and stabbed yourself in the arm.
Yeah, but you know what? That's because I had daughters, man. I was keeping the boys off of my daughters. I was swinging my K-bar and I stabbed it into my arm. It was all okay. 7 stitches later, and the boys never came around again. It worked out fine.
Multi-tank addiction. Just wanted to show some love and smash that like button.
Good to see you there, Chris.
Rose in the house now. Yeah, the fish, the shrimp. Speaking of shrimp babies, I have some LRBs, Blue Dreams, and they exploded in their tank. There are so many in that tank right now. I think there's like 2 or 3 batches. And so I've got I went from having just a few, like 6, to now I think there's about 50 in there. So that's cool. I've got lots of little shrimplets. They're so cute.
Oh, that's fine, Chris. I know how you and your wife don't get a lot of time together, dude. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Catfish Terry, yay! I finally get to see you, my friend. My job's been jacking me on so many hours. Haven't been able to see you. I've been looking for you in the mornings and the evenings and have not been able to catch up. But it's good to see you, Catfish Terry.
Kaylor's Aquatic says Natural Val likes to die back, then one out in a couple of weeks.
Well, if that's a good, man, you see Mr. Pig here just hanging out?
Mr. Pig. It's just a giant pleco. You heard what happens when you buy those at the pet store and they're only this big? They get too big.
That's what you get, guys, right there. That's what you get. Common pleco. And he's still not even close to full grown, so yeah, those cute little bitty plecos, that's what they're going to turn into.
Yeah.
Big Tank Hank in the house. Good to see you, sir.
Catfish Terry. Yep, lots of vets on here. That's cool. It's the weekend.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take my 2 full days off this week. I've been working way too many hours.
Hi, Candy. It's nice to see you.
Always good to see Candy overalls.
Yeah. So Pam, how do you like the plecos? So I'm trying to decide if I want to keep my crayfish or not.
Well, you're not getting rid of them. If nothing else, they're going to be good food. I just think you need them in a bigger tank now.
Yeah.
And Young Fish Aquatics, I see you're in the chat this evening. Last week you were asking me about a catfish behind my head, and the only thing I could think of that is in this tank behind my head would have been a Synodontis decorus. Unless you're talking about this guy right here, that's not a catfish. That's a 5-spot clown leprechaunus or something they call it.
It's a close word to that.
Hush.
Sorry, couldn't help myself. Love you, hon. Mwah. Oh man. So Mickey M, thanks for stopping in. So he's gonna meet some friends at the local fish store.
Nice. Always fun to go to a fish store.
So it was super fun because our friend John got his zebra acaras to breed, and they're looking so incredibly cool. I want those fish so bad, except they really like soft water, and I just don't have that yet. John's working on helping us to try to find an RO machine, and so that we can start having some soft water stuff. I'll really enjoy that if we can, just because I'd like to keep some of the crystal shrimp, and so that would be fun.
Well, Joey, as far as breeding projects, we're going to keep doing the breeding stuff the same. We're not changing any of that, but what we are going to do, we are probably going to get rid of our Rio Candelaria. Going to get rid of most of the Honduran red points. I do want to keep a couple of them because I love the fish, but we're just going to start getting smarter with it as far as what we keep at the house here. We are going to keep, all the big tanks are still going to be our personal, fish that we love. The Rio and Candelaria, I'm probably going to keep at least a couple of them. I don't want to get rid of them all together, but we're just trying to make
room to breed like my Geophagus sevenis.
Hey, Nathan, good to see you, buddy.
They're so pretty.
And Dr. Fish is in the house, as well as Cody's son. Good to see you, Cody, son. Dee, she has not had luck with the betas yet, or betas, whatever you want to call them.
Nope.
Matter of fact, one that she had in there died, and we tried a second one, and they didn't seem to get along. So we're giving them another month or two, and we're going to try another one.
Yeah. I was actually thinking I would try again this week. Well, thank you, Catfish Terry. Down the wormhole. They're such butts. They can be.
It wasn't the male, Dee. It was the female for sure.
Yeah.
She was having no part of him.
Nope. He had the most beautiful nest built, and he was shaking his tail and trying to get her attention, and she just wouldn't have anything to do with him. Wouldn't go near him. So I took her out and put her back over in her own tank, and we'll try again.
Good to see you, Mickey M. And there ain't nothing wrong with a small pair of Feste. Go in and buy them. I always say the more the merrier.
They get pretty big and are aggressive.
Perfect.
They're beautiful, though. Absolutely beautiful. So down the wormhole says hers did too. Her girl went right backwards.
How you doing, Chewy LTD? Good to see you, sir.
Chris says it sounds like a problem he has. That's funny. So, Chewy, the new flower horn that we have, I go to sit down and look at my little shrimp tank that's next door to his tank, and it keeps swimming upside down and wiggling upside down to try to get my attention. So then I go over to give him attention, and he swims off like I'm too good for you now. So I go back over to look at the shrimp, and here comes Chewy again. That is the most stubborn, irrational fish I've ever seen.
Yeah, guys, as Moonstone says, I do have, last time I checked, I'm at 22 hours now, or 2,200. So I'm about 1,800 away from the 4K that you need for monetization. If you guys have never taken the time to watch my playlist, I would greatly appreciate it, because we are trying to get monetized at this point. Always appreciate it.
That's a really good suggestion, Dragon Lair. I'm going to try to do that. I need to start feeding her brine and getting her prepped. Good night, Chris. It was nice to see you.
Thanks for stopping in, Chris. Yeah, Chewy, I've been jamming to some Wasp today. On National Metal Day. I've been doing my part.
Moonstone says at Denikin Aquatics. Sorry, not sorry. Bratsky is my boy. Talking about Chewy. So Neves stopped going to those two stores too on stocking days. Because it caused to pull the manager aside for a few words.
Hey, Monica Lynn, how are you? No, we got the 1,000, Monica. We're trying to get our 4,000 watch hours is all we need now. We're over 1,000.
So we got
2,100 basically.
2,100, yeah. So what does the shrimp that you've done all this cross with look like? What color did they end up being? Blue, the clear ones in the cherry shrimp made blue velvet? So I didn't know you mixed red and clear and it came up with blue.
I don't know anything about shrimp. Oh boy.
No.
Don't start that now. Don't you start that.
So Mickey M, finish off my chatting with a question to Danny. Is your new plant doing okay? Good night. Yes, it's doing really, really well. Started putting on some new leaves. I've got it planted, and a friend of mine is helping me get a CO2 unit to be able to add CO2 to see if I can get it to grow really big and beautiful. I'm going to try the CO2, dipping my toes in the water. And so I'll give you guys an update in the next couple of weeks. I'll try to videotape me setting this whole thing up. But I have to say, it's very scary for me. I don't want to gas my fish by accident. So I'm really thinking I should have a timer on there.
Good to see you, Cichlets23. Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah.
Ah, hush. Hush. What are you laughing at?
The dogs, I don't. They bark at the weirdest things. So my one little dog started limping, so I think I'm gonna have to take her to a vet. I don't know what's wrong with her foot.
I really hope this isn't your sister. Does she not know Sundays are for live streaming?
2 more lurkers. Could you show up, please? So, how has anybody been doing anything fun or fishy this last week? I haven't heard anything from anybody else because Ken and I have had a pretty fishy week, with getting the new fish and his green neon that he got, the green neon tetras that he got for his little tank next to the bed, his nano tank. He's absolutely loving those little suckers.
The Nano 20.
Oh, my holding female is getting stressed. I have to hop in and save her again and her 30 babies. I don't want Chewy LTD. Mike's just trolling my brother and sister-in-law. That's the only thing he's done fishy this week.
So Monica wants to know how your shrimp are doing from Detroit Shrimp.
They're doing really good. They're super healthy. They obviously haven't had them long enough to have any little babies, but they seem to be very comfortable with me being in the room. The first day that I had them, they were skittering away every time I walked up to the tank. Now they're just like, hey, she's here again.
Maybe she brings us food.
Yeah, so I'm trying to feed them with a pepper grinder with tropical colored granules and just give them a little twist so that they've got some things to snack on.
How you doing, Select Pet? The one thing I'd say, be careful what you wish for. Because when the Honduran red points decide to breed, they'll start breeding all the time. You'll have them, they're just like convicts, man. They'll be everywhere.
Yeah. That's true. But they're such cute little babies.
As I look over and I see 2 different sets of parents with 2 different sets of fry right now.
And we've got Fry in another tank down here. That I need to get out of that tank, by the way. Yeah, I need another rack. I need to break down like 3 of my 20 gallons and put up a 20 rack. Something that can hold about 12.
Yeah, Ryan at Natural Crayons. I've been working on my playlist. I've got it up to 58. I haven't quite made it through all the videos yet, trying to add them to it, but I'm getting there. I think we have over 100 videos all said and done for our playlist I've been working on.
Oh. Cichlids 23. Throw them in the local river? Question mark?
No.
Monica Lynn, I love watching the shrimp in the tank too. They're so cute. I sit in front of my cherry shrimp tank all the time. In fact, I think on my Scrapscape Rachel O'Leary challenge video, I put in some footage of all the shrimp, all the cherry shrimp that were going crazy in that tank. It was ridiculous. Chewy says, no, you use them as food at Cichlids 23.
I'll shoot you. It's the peacocks out front.
Says Select Pet, yes, my regular convicts have taken over, but working on HRP for another species to check off the BAP list.
Ah.
Yep. That's what I was just telling Ken. We got to get a lot of bapped. You know, without having any meetings, we don't have a way to bap them.
Yeah, I've got my babies downstairs making babies at this point.
Joy Brzezinski says, I've got 4 batches of peacock fry in a 40-gallon. Only one is completely dragon blood, and the other 3 batches are dragon blood hybrid. I think I finally got all the females out of my display tank. Mike wants to know when you're going to get a real dog again. Never.
When we're retired.
Yeah.
I want another Rottweiler.
Fish Whisperer Moss says the guy that he got a shrimp from had about 1,000 shrimp. Of just one kind or all together?
Hey, Dan Slee, good to see you, sir.
Moon says the platinums look kind of fun. Which one? The platinum? What? The half beaks?
Yes, we do have. We have one platinum half beak left, but we're going to be getting more again.
I love those fish.
But they don't live very long, guys. I mean, if you get them, just plan on a year, maybe 2 at most.
It says all together the ghost shrimp hybrids. Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, our club, our president, who's on here tonight, Katrina Elliott. I don't know if she's still on, but we've been talking about doing some online stuff.
Dan Slee says at one point he had 1,800 Neos in his 40-gallon breeder. That's the reason he added fish. They weren't stopping. I wonder if they will actually at some point stop breeding just to do some population control. Hey, Chris. Oh, that's funny.
Is it just me or is it some female?
I know.
Yeah. And I think Mike begged for this abuse.
Two net scoops and they have been a bucket all day. Gonna set up my tank tomorrow. Of what, shrimp?
There's Katrina. Yes, she's still in the chat.
Hi, Katrina. She's like, hi, I'm here. Oh, I gotta tell you. Okay, this isn't fish related, but this was really fun. My daughter's restaurant opened up yesterday, and so Ken and I went to a restaurant and had a sit-down meal where I didn't have to cook, I didn't have to clean dishes, and it was so much fun. We got to socialize with some other people there in the restaurant, and it was like this great big giant family atmosphere, except, you know, everybody was over 6 feet apart. And it was just really, really nice to be able to go and have a meal not in my house. I have to say, it was just a lot of fun. And my daughter made me a Huckleberry Long Island iced tea. They are so...
You just froze, Daniela.
I did.
There you go. You're back. That was funny. You made this weird kind of face, and it was stuck there.
Oh, let's hope I don't have weird faces. Oh, let me hide.
Yeah, Chris, I'm a little tired. We're out in the sun all afternoon.
Kimberly Holtz, she says, I loved that Huckleberry iced tea. It was good. I had her try it when we were up at the AGA earlier this year. My daughter was working at the same restaurant up, but the one up in Seattle, and she was being the bartender that night. And so we went in to have dinner there, and I had Kim try that. It was so good. It was really just wonderful. Down the Warm Soul Hole says we keep having picnics to eat out. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, that iced tea whopped her pretty good too, Monica.
Yeah, but Monica, if you ever want to go out for one, let me know. We'll go over and we'll drop in on my daughter
So
and have her
Monica's
make
on the East Coast.
Monica Lynn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess you are, aren't you? Duh. Well, if you ever make it out to Oregon, we'll go.
Welcome to the chat, Bipolar Aquatics and Mr. Fish, sir. Yeah, I'm looking forward, and we're going to cook some not ribs, but pork chops on the grill. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, it was a nice day. Even though we did have a pretty late lunch, so but it was nice to get together and talk fishy friends with fishy friends and not necessarily about fishy stuff, but it's one of the guys made a comment there today. His name is Ryan. He said, it's nice to get together with fish people even though we're not talking about fish right now. It's just really nice because we all have something in common. I said, yep, it sure brings us all together. It was good.
All of them. Yes, I am a little tired this evening, Moonstone. I apologize, guys. I keep trying to hold back those yawns.
He's been working tremendously long hours. Dragon Lair says he may go fry up some spam.
Ooh, I haven't had fried spam in a long time.
My dad loves that stuff. I haven't had it in forever.
It's usually good, but I used to make it with eggs.
So Chattanooga wants to know, how hard is it to keep dwarf Sag to live? I only put it in one tank before this last couple of weeks. I had it in my Shelly tank, and I got about 40, I think, of dwarf Sagittaria plants, and I planted them in the sand, and I put a little bit of root tabs throughout the tank, and now I have well over 100 plants, and I've been putting them in different tanks and pulling some out, and I don't even know, it's just going, they're multiplying like crazy. So for me, it wasn't hard, but it was root tabs when I planted them.
So Chris says it's just because I'm getting old. That's why I'm yawning so much. And
Well,
Mike says it's probably because I'm so boring, like the rest of them.
Whatever. So at Chattanooga, Ed enjoyed the Anthony's Fishy Friends stream on Friday night. Hope you're feeling well. That's cool.
Was that the stream I went on for a little bit, or was that last night?
No, not for, I don't know. That was last night, not Friday night. Was Chattanooga Ed in the one you were in last night?
I don't think so. Anytime you want to cook for us, Moonstone, come on down. We're ready for that. We always like some good grub.
I just ordered a new cookbook. I'm excited about that. I have tried a couple of the Barefoot Contessa's stuff, a shrimp salad that was the best shrimp salad I've ever had in my life, and everybody went bonkers over it. So I bought one of her cookbooks. So Kaylor Ed Dwarf Sag is what I have potted in the racks tanks.
Rack tanks, yep. I agree, Dragon Lair. Spam is good if it's cooked right. You definitely don't add salt to spam.
Okay, so Select Pet here has come to your defense, Ken. Yawning is not enough oxygen getting to your brain. Your brain must be working faster than your breathing. That's an active brain right there. That's your problem.
Nice. Good to see you, Chris. I appreciate you stopping in, man. Chris P signing out.
Thank you, Chris. Have a good night. Chris P.
Chris P. I'm going to give him a hard time over that one.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, he opened the door for that. Catfish Terry, I haven't seen you. How you been feeling, bro?
So Fish Whisperer Miles wants to know, is it 2 male Oscars and 1 female behind you, Kenny?
I think we do have 2 and 2 in here. 2 females, 2 males.
Because, well, the other female's kind of hiding over the other edge, so you can't really see her. Katrina says her hubby likes spam too. So Ken says he saw that he wants to go fishing here soon. He wants to go out actually collecting fish, maybe get some sticklebacks.
Yeah, I want some sticklebacks, man.
Yeah.
And I was over at my buddy's house, and he's got 2 great big, what are those, 450-gallon pools set up. I'm thinking, I could make a pretty cool lake fish tank out of that.
I'm not making Rossi's today.
Mike, you won't see Rossi's this whole week at 86 average this week, I guarantee you. Nobody knows what Rossi's are. It's a Norwegian dish where you take salt pork and squeeze it in the middle of a big potato dumpling, and it is delicious.
So, Fish Whisperer Miles wants to know, what is a stickleback?
They're these cool little fish that are about this big, and they're called the 3-spine stickleback because they got cool little spines on top, and they get like these reds and kind of silvers, blues through their whole body, and sometimes a green tint. Very, very cool little fish. They're native to almost all, I think just about every water in America. In America. America.
Moonstone says, whatever, Kenny. Detroit is opening for rainbows and brown trout, LOL.
Yeah, but I've never heard of being able to keep trout in the pond very successfully. They always seem to die from what I hear. They'd be cool. I'd love to have brown trout in there. Oh, yeah. Mike said he made Rossi, so I figured out where we're going for dinner tonight.
So Chewy wants to know, what is the species of stickleback in your area? 3-spine?
3-spine, yes. Yeah. Yes, Chewy, the 3-spine.
Oh, nice. Kaler Aquatics, he got his Google AdSense PIN number in the mail, and he can get paid by YouTube now.
Nice.
That's really cool. Oh, they're pretty easy to catch, Fish Whisperer. You just kind of go up in the shallows and scoop them out with a net. They're just little minnows, and they hang really close to shore in the really super shallow areas.
Or if you're a fisherman in the Midwest, just check your minnow buckets. A lot of times they're mixed in with minnows.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, nice. Chewy LTD says he found that Sag and Val do very well in Calgary water with nothing used in an established tank.
Really?
Yeah, if I don't give mine root tabs, they'll just sit there and they don't really grow or like start reproducing. It's always when I give them the new root tabs, though, for me, that they just kind of go crazy with the reproducing. So Moon Sophia says, yes, Ken, they always seem to die. Sad. Then we eat them with a little fresh lemon.
Oh, Lord.
That's great.
Yeah, that is awesome for Bob Kaler to finally be 100% monetized. Glad to hear it, Bob.
Someday we'll be there, Ken.
One
Someday.
day. One day.
It's okay if we don't, though.
I'm happy with what I got. I can live stream from that.
Yes, but have you done that yet?
Well, no fish stores are open really yet.
This is true. This is true.
I'm not going to take pictures of a dude with a mask saying, how can I help you? Anything in particular y'all looking for? Hey, what's your name, dude? Well, I'd rather not say right now. To me, that's not a video. I don't know about y'all, but I mean, I want a little nicer audience than that when I'm doing a video.
Oh. Fish Whisperer.
So you want the blue one, eh?
Yeah, Fish Whisperer. Do you have to wear a mask right now in your store? In fact, our local fish store, the one that just opened this last week, is requiring people to wear masks even to come in. So it's like everybody's in there is like, I love that, Kenny. That was so funny.
You love what?
Your imitation.
No.
So Fish Whisperer says no, he doesn't. He says that. So Chewy, Danikin Aquatics. I asked Dan Slee this, but it was meant for you. There is 16 different species of stickleback. Wonder what other species you could get.
Wow, you know what, Chewy? You just taught me something tonight. I didn't know there were that many. That's cool. I'd like to have all 16, really. They're really a cool fish. I kept them in Illinois when it was there. And, man, I had those things for what, honey, about 2 years?
Yes, he's so funny. He would go through his minnow buckets looking for sticklebacks, and then he'd take them out of his minnow bucket, and instead of using it for fishing, he'd go put it in the fish tank.
Well, they're cool little fish. They really are.
So somebody said that it would be to have a face mask as a face hugger, like an alien.
Yeah. That's probably Alien Aquatics. So Roland says that sticklebacks are the neatest he has ever spawned, and they are the biggest clump eggs he's ever seen in his life. Just slightly smaller than golf ball.
Wow, a golf ball.
No, I mean the fish are only this big.
But that doesn't mean that their egg sac, the eggs.
Wow,
the eggs couldn't be that big.
That'd be something to see if a little fish had that big eggs.
So Big J's Fish Keepers, he says he's been open the entire time and didn't require a mask, and they don't have to wear masks.
Hey, little bro, what's going on? There's my brother Tim.
Wow.
You just missed Chris, Tim. He just left. So you're late for the party, brother.
Kimberly Holt said, great to hang out with you guys today.
Oh, yeah. It's always awesome.
That was good. It was really fun.
Holy gosh.
I know. Chevy Fish says everybody around there looks like a bank robber.
Well, believe it or not, honey, we're at the hour already.
Yep.
That went quick, didn't it?
Yes. So natural aquariums, Ken, he did mean a clump of eggs, not one egg.
I knew that. I knew that, natural. I was just giving Roland a hard time, hoping he could hear me giving him a hazing.
So Chattanooga Ed said he has a brother named Tim.
Yeah, this is my youngest brother, Ed. Good guy. And then Anastelle that's in here is my older brother. He's not older than me, but he's my middle brother, I guess I'd call him.
Hello, Aqua Balls. Tim says he's the coolest brother.
You think so, eh?
So
Man.
Chevy Fish says sticklebacks build a little nest too. Okay.
Mike says that's the brain damage speaking.
Kimberly says Ken told me he's the coolest.
That's right, Kim. And I'm sticking with it. So, anyway, guys, we're probably going to start to cut this down. We got some dinner to make, some more tanks to clean. So
Yep.
I'm going to end it with, as always, love your fish. And this is going to be Kenny E with Danica Aquatics and my beautiful bride, Danny, signing out for this week. I'm probably going to start getting some more speakers on with me. We've been kind of trying to go solo the last few weeks, but there's a few people I'd like to have on my show, so I'll be reaching out to them soon. And should be good. What does that mean? E. That's funny, Tim. So, but I appreciate each and every one of you showing up to our stream as always, guys. I couldn't do this without y'all, and we do appreciate each and every one of you.
Yes.
Anyway, you guys have an awesome week. Everybody be safe out there. And as always, love your fish. This is Kenny E with Danica Aquatics going to check out for this week. Be looking for some cool videos. We got a few we're going to be dropping this week, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks.